my story on getting pregnant at 12. Yes, 12. I wasn't no little thought or nothing out here, y'all. I'm telling you, just hear me out, okay? How do I want to start this story? I'm coming out with all names, legals and shit. First of all, my son's name is Philip. We gonna start it out there, okay? So I met him at this church. It was like a real ghetto church. I'm so sorry. It was this ghetto church that all the little black ass ghetto kids went to. I mean, it was even some white ghetto kids up in there, some Mexican ghetto kids. So don't let me just black people, okay? So that's where all the ghetto folks went for church. And they had like a bus that came and picked up the kids on different sides of town. And everybody loved that church. So everybody went there basically. Pretty sure I'm the only one who met my baby daddy there. Anyways, so I met him at this church one day. I was just sitting on in a chair in the bus seat by myself, and he came and sat next to me. Him and I don't fucking know what was his name. Him and somebody else came and sat in the chair next to me in the bus seat, whatever, and basically squished my ass up against the window. I'm just like, what is y'all doing? You know, me 12 years old, thought he was cute and stuff. He ain't all that cute no more. Thought he was cute and stuff, and I was like, oh, what did you do? Like, get away from me. Yeah, get away. And shit like that. So, basically, after that day, I got his Facebook or whatever, and, you know, we started talking or whatever. I'm not about to say or whatever again. I already said it 2 times. So basically, I got his phone number, and we started texting, we started talking, we started, you know, talking all the time and stuff, until one day he was like, come meet up with me. And I was with my friend Deanna at this time, and he was like, come meet up with me. And you know me. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, all right, bet. But I was like, Deanna, you gotta come with me. And so she came with me. And we met up with him or whatever, him and his brother. And he was like, you can't be a virgin. Oh yeah, I was a virgin, y'all. He was like, you can't be a virgin. You're too pretty to be a virgin. You're too pretty to be. Like, what? Looking back now, I'm just like, that statement don't even make sense. I'm too pretty to be a virgin? Like, what do you mean? The fuck? Anyways, he was like, you too pretty to be a virgin. Man, you know, sweet nothings and shit. And my 12-year-old ass fell for it or whatever. Gave up the cookie. No, I'm just I'm just playing. But yeah, so I fell for it, and I was like, all right, you know, we're gonna do this or what, you feel me? And so we ended up having sex. And I don't know. Yes, I got pregnant my first time having sex. It wasn't that bad. Sorry, I can remember. I was walking funny afterwards. Sure was. No, I'm just... But the thing is, I was supposed to have my period like a couple of days after. Okay, so I got... This was like June 26th or whatever. That's the date I remember. It was like June 26th. And I was supposed to have my period like a couple of days after that, like June 28th or whatever. That bitch did not come. So then I'm just like... I already knew what was wrong. Because no, he didn't use a condom, so I already knew what was wrong. But I acted like nothing was wrong. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone. But guess what? While we was leaving after this had happened, and I was walking crazy and shit, Deanna was like, you probably pregnant. So Deanna, you jinxed me. She jinxed me. Because lo and fucking behold, I was pregnant. I missed my period and shit. Couple months went by. I never had morning sickness though, so I really didn't think none of it. But a couple months kept going by. I wasn't really getting that much bigger, but my periods were not coming. Like, no periods. And so a couple months went by. I was just getting out of 6th grade, going into the 7th grade. So school started back up or whatever. And by then I was like a little big. Probably I was like, what, for 3-4 months maybe. And I had a little bit of stomach, just a little bit. And my sister was like, girl, what's wrong with your stomach? And I was like, I just ate, you know, I'm bloated and stuff. And as far as I thought, she blew it off. But I guess she went back and told my mom, like, Mom, I think she's pregnant, blah, 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 blah. But my mom didn't say anything about it for another couple months until she brought it up again. And I was really getting bigger by then. It was probably like 6 months by then. And so yes, I was pregnant. We went to, my mom was like, what happened? I'm trying to figure. Okay, so we sit on my mom's bed. And my little brother was always crying. That's my little baby. I love my little brother. So I would always pick him up and he would be crying when I pick him up. And so my mom, we were just sitting in my mom's room and she was like, oh my gosh, are you pregnant? And I was like, I just started crying. And she started crying. And she was like, this is what the reenact. Oh my gosh, that's why he be acting like that when you pick him up. So, and then I'm just crying. And she was like, that's why you be having all them headaches when you get home from school. And just saying a bunch of shit. I'm just like, okay. And this woman gets on the phone with all her friends telling them I'm pregnant. Why is you calling all your friends telling them your 12-year-old daughter is pregnant? The fuck? First of all, I'm gonna be embarrassed as hell. She get on the phone calling me, she pregnant, oh my gosh, she pregnant, I can't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of her, but this shit, now looking back, it's funny. Like, girl, you was doing too much, to be honest. And she was like, how are you gonna raise that baby? You're 12 fucking years old. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I was like, I can't give him up for adoption. And I'm just like, by this time, I'm big as fuck. I'm answering. And so by this point, I was big and shit, and everybody knew by then. My fat ass walking around 7th grade about pregnant as fuck. And, so yeah, I had sex with this one guy this one time. And your girl got pregnant. She took 2 L's in one night. I'm just playing. That shit was crazy. So, I was pregnant. I wanted a girl. So we went to the doctor, and like probably the next day it was like an emergency appointment, and the lady was like, yep, you're too far along for an abortion. Which, whatever. What the fuck? My mom, the one that wanted me to have an abortion in the first place, so I don't care. And I really wanted to know the gender at that appointment, but I couldn't. So she was like, yeah, you're pregnant. You need to tell your mom everything that happened, blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah. Then we finally set up my appointment with my OB. And she was like, it's a little boy. And I was mad as fuck. I wanted a girl. I wanted a freaking girl. But now looking back, I'm a fucking handful. Do you see me? I'm a goddamn handful. So if I would have had a girl, hell no. Because I got a niece and she's just like her mama. So I'm glad I got a boy because that's my baby. For real, for real. So, yeah, after that, you know, I kept having my appointments or wooty, 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 woo. And by this time, my son's dad really wasn't around at all. Like, I told him I was pregnant. And he was like, we're going to need a DNA test. Like, first of all, I had sex with you one time, and that was that. Who the fuck else I'm get pregnant by the fucking ghost of Casper? Anyway, I guess he thought that because I was talking to this other guy, like, couple months later in the summer, and this motherfucker crazy. He was inboxing my son's dad like, yeah, she said it was either me or some other dude named Daquan. First of all, I don't even, to this day, 6 years damn near later, I don't know nobody named Daquan. And so this crazy motherfucker telling my son's dad like, yeah, she said it was either me, you, or somebody named Daquan. And I never had sex with the dude that was telling him this in the first place. I don't even think I kissed old boy. I'm just like, that's crazy, motherfucker. So my son's dad like, yeah, I'm gonna need a DNA test, woo. Time goes on. I was due March 17th. You know, I was gonna have a little green baby, but nope, I had him on the 13th and stuff. Of course, everybody was talking about me in school. Like, look at this 7-year-old whore. She's pregnant. Can you believe this? Where's her fucking mother? But honestly, my mom ain't had nothing to do with it. I mean, okay, if my dad was home and, you know, my dad was around more, I would not have snuck out and got my ass pregnant. But my mom was never really home. She used to play bingo a lot. Like, she's addicted to gambling. Probably not so much more, but she likes gone a lot. But at this particular time she was at home, I just snuck out. Like, I snuck out the fucking house. Who doesn't sneak out the fucking house? Like, everybody sneaks out the fucking house. Unless you live in a dangerous city where you're gonna get raped, shot, or killed. So, yeah. Snuck out the house and shit. Trying to think. Then eventually I had the boy. The little boy. That's my baby. I love that boy. I've been with his dad for 2 weeks now. So I had my baby March 13th of 2014. And by this time I was 13. Because I was born in 2000. So yeah, I was 13. And his dad didn't come up to the hospital. I didn't want him to come because I was 13. His dad was 18. Which I did not lie about my age. He swears up and down I lied about my age. But nah, I think I was 12 and a half and I was like, I'm 13. Because I basically was. But he acting like I lied and said I was 16 or something. Like, no, I just told you I was a couple months older than what I was. The fuck? But he was 18. I was 13. And so I didn't want him to come to the hospital because I didn't want him to get in trouble or nothing. Which motherfuckers don't get, like, it's still statutory rape even if you do consent. Since I consented, it's still statutory rape because I was 13 and they didn't get that. Like, I wasn't trying to accuse you of rape. Like, you did not rape me. It was consensual as fuck because I knew what the fuck I was doing. Most people are like, oh yeah, the mind's not fully developed at that age, which I totally agree, but I still knew what I was doing. I still knew what sex was. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I started watching porn very young, so I knew what, you know, sex was. So yeah, I had a lot of judgment, which you're gonna have a lot of judgment if you're a fucking little ass girl having a little ass fucking baby yourself. You're gonna have a lot of judgment. But this is what I have to say. Like me, I graduated 1 year early at 17. I moved out and got emancipated at 17. Now I'm 18. My son is 5. And I'm still on my own, still doing good. And honestly, all that judgment shit, unless you're feeding into that bullshit, then don't let it get to you, because I'm that bitch. No, I'm just like, but yeah, a lot of people tell me I'm a great mother. Like, my son is, I wish he was here, but he's with his dad for another day. My son is very, 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 very smart. He went to early Head Start. He'll be in kindergarten next year. He's very respectful. He can express himself really well, more like than other kids his age can. And so I feel like I'm doing a very good job with my son. Like, not even to be cocky or nothing. Like, my son is just so perfect. He's emotional. I don't know where he gets that from, but he's perfect. Like, I'm gonna insert some clips of him. He's so hilarious.
Don't be quiet! Now you're weird! You go to walk when you go to walk, and then you come back, and then you say, I got a headache.
Yeah. Honestly, baby, if you are young, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, pregnant, and you're scared, don't be. You just can't be out here wilding. Like, the first year after I had my son, I was wild as fuck. Like, I never did drugs or anything, but I used to go out and party all the time. But it was because my mom would watch him. Like, I don't know why she didn't put her foot down. Like, she'd be like, no, sit your ass at home with this baby and show baby. But she never did. She just watched him all the time and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going out to have fun with my friends if you won't let me. But she was never real strict like that, which I wish she was. But she wasn't. But nothing I can do now. Shit, I got a time machine. But yeah, baby, it's okay, literally. You are going to be judged until the day you die. If you let this one situation of you bringing another human life into this world and someone's going to judge you for it, fuck them. Because you can do it. I did it. I've seen other people do it. Hell, I'm doing better than moms that's fucking 10 times older than me. Because my son is good. He don't always be good. We don't always be good. Okay. Do you hear me? So, that was my story. And it still, like, dawns on me sometimes, like, oh my gosh, I'm somebody's mama? For real?
So that's my story. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe, comment,